Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my Daily News X, your quick daily dive into the stories that affect our world. Whether you're commuting, grabbing a cup of coffee, or just catching up, I'm your host, Kramer. And today, we're talking about a controversial new move by Donald Trump. Yes, he's talking about offering a $10,000 bonus to air traffic controllers who kept working during the federal shutdown. Yes. So what's the idea behind it? How much would it cost? Who's excluded actually on this new proposal? And could this actually help the air travel industry? And what we should keep an eye on the next upcoming days. Well, let's break it down so we can understand better the situation and what's happening right now with this idea. So what's going on, guys? All right, so amid the ongoing federal government shutdown, the longest, by the way, in U.S. history so far, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has required thousands of controllers to work without pay. They're considered essential employees, by the way. Now, Mr. President Donald Trump publicly demanded that all traffic controllers return to duty. And for those who didn't take any time off during the shutdown, he pledged a $10,000 bonus to each one of them. Yes, that's what he said. The big question is this: why now? The system is under major strain, if you think about it. The FAA handles over 44,000 flights daily. All right, so we also have another problem. Staffing shortages are acute. Many controllers are on pay, stressed, and working overtime. And some are even calling out or even quitting. So they're calling sick or just, I'm done with this. I don't want to keep doing this job. The shutdown is dragging on, creating a ripple effect. Flight cancellations and delays are rising, due in part to controller absences. From the administration perspective, this bonus idea is pitched as a reward for loyalty. True patriots, in Trump's words, that's what he said. And as an incentive to reduce absences to the system keeps running. So we got to continue running the system. Now, here's another question for you guys. How much would it actually cost this expense? Well, let me run the numbers for you so you can get a better idea and understanding. So we know there are 14,000 air traffic controllers, right? So, and they're employed by the FAA. So let's assume, and this is just by, again, just to get a picture, a better idea, that perhaps 10,000 of them meet the criteria, right? They didn't call sick, whatever. And they worked the whole shutdown without taking days off. So they actually will be eligible for this, right? So think about this, $10,000 for 10,000 employees. We're talking about $100 million. That's how much it would cost for them to get paid this bonus. If more took part, of course, it would be, let's say $12,000 controllers, then looking at 120 millions. If fewer, then it will be proportionally to less, it will be prorated maybe, who knows. The truth is, we don't know exactly how eligibility will be determined yet. What timing is, or whether full paycheck will be made to them. One report notes that it is unclear how the White House could deny any pay under the controllers union contract, or how the president will pay for those proposed $10,000 bonuses. All right. So large, but not astronomical in terms of federal budgets. Yet, in the context of shutdown with many unpaid workers, the optics and logistics are very complex to run. All right. Now, I want to talk about this, which is which federal employees are excluded from all this, bonus that he's talking about. Because you have other employees, believe it or not, that are federal employed by the government. And these are some of the exclusions. So the bonus offer specifically targets air traffic controllers, ATCs, who stay on the job without taking time off. Or who took leave may be penalized or deemed ineligible. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. More broadly, during the shutdown, many other federal workers are also unpaid or furloughed, but the bonus proposal does not appear to extend to them under this announcement. Also, even though controllers are essential employees, they are still under contract and union protection. So the bonus plan may face legal, contractual hurdles once it gets passed through Senate or the House of Representatives, whatever. Thus, exclusion-wise, other federal employees like TSAs, administrative staff, non-controllers, and are not part of this specific bonus offer. The offer is not really focused only on controllers personally. So we're not talking about uh, Social Security, employees. We're not talking about park rangers control payments. Also, no IRS. All right, so none of these employees are part of this package. All right, just to keep that in mind. Now, I have another big question for you guys. Could this help the air travel industry in general if we get things rolling? The short answer is yes, it could. But unfortunately, it's not guaranteed to fix this. Let's unpack the reasons why. And I'm going to give you first the upside, positive thing, and I'm going to give you also the bad, negative side. Positive side is by rewarding controllers who stayed on duty, it may encourage higher attendance, reduce absences, and thus help maintain safer staffing levels. If staffing holds up, that means flight capacity might be sustained. Delays and cancellations reduce, and that's good for airlines, travelers, and airports in general. It sends signals to the industry. We're prioritizing keeping the system functioning even during the shutdown, which I think is great, right? Now, let's talk about the other side, the negative side, or things the people are thinking about it, especially the air traffic controllers. It doesn't undo the fundamental problem, Washington, the shutdown, which created unpaid work, fatigue, stress, and absenteeism. A one-time bonus cannot fully reverse those pressures, by the way. Airlines are already cutting flights. The FAA has instructed carriers to reduce capacity of 40 major airports, including the one in Atlanta, which is the biggest. It's starting at 4% and rising towards 10%, and maybe 20% the next week if nothing gets done because of the strain. So I wanted to talk about something else. Trust and morale may be impacted as well. Some controllers may feel the bonus is too little, too late, or that the underlying issue, which just means lack of pay or job security, isn't solved anytime soon. For the travel industry, even if the bonus works, the upcoming holiday travel season, which is Thanksgiving, which is going to be actually the busiest day in the entire United States of America. Okay, so that day, the FAA is handling over 247,000 flights, just to let you know, the busiest day of flying nationwide. Will be vulnerable because delays and cancellations are already mounting. So yes, that's what's coming. Now, this could help us stabilize the staffing and showing commitment, but as a singular measure, it is unlikely to fully solve the ripple effects of the shutdown and underlying controller shortage. Now, what can we expect in the next few days from all this chaos and crisis, whatever's happening in Washington right now? So we have to start looking at legislation and the shutdown resolution. Reports show that the Senate advanced a funding bill to end the shutdown, but the House and President still must act. The timing will impact how quick operations can normalize as we speak. Another thing, eligibility and rollout bonuses. We should watch for official details on how many controllers qualify, how payments will be funded, and the timeline for disbursements. Will the bonus be retroactive immediately, or will it require additional appropriations? Yeah, we don't know that, so that's something that we need to keep in mind. Effect on flight operations. Will the staffing improvements lead to flight cut deductions? Will the FAA lift or relax the flight cuts at major airports? Would cancellations/delays decline or continue to worsen? We don't know that yet, right? All right, so morale and workforce implications, all of this. Would the bonus prevent further resignations or early retirements? Will it reduce absenteeism, meaning people calling in sick every time? Will unions respond positively or push back for more structural fixes on this? We also have to keep in mind the industry ripple effects. For travelers, you have to check for your flights, expect disruptions. For airlines, capacity may remain constrained for a while. And for airports, staffing and safety pressures persist, believe it or not. Now, we got the media and political angle of all of this. This move has lots of options. Rewarding patriots, docking pay of others, threatening replacement. It may amplify debates around essential workers, labor, and shutdown politics. If this plays out, the key insight, even if the bonus is paid, The border system still depends on the shutdown ending, normal staffing returning, and flight operations stabilizing. So yeah, we have big major problems, guys, with all this. If things in Washington don't get, to the point where we need to end the shutdown and get things done. So this can be over anytime soon. All right, so wrap things up, guys, with this podcast of today's. So yes, Mr. President Trump's offer of $10,000 bonus to air traffic controllers who stay in job during the shutdown and true patriotics is dramatic and a bold step. Partly a moral incentive move. Partly a signal of urgency to keep the skies safe. It carries a potential large cost, tens of hundreds of millions depending on how many qualify. It excludes many and other federal employees. And while it might help the air travel industry by maintaining controllers' attendance, it is far from a panacea given the deeper issues at play. In the coming days, we'll watch how the eligibility rules hold and how the shutdown resolution advances and whether flight disruptions easy or escalate. So yes, just keep watching and tuning into my news so you can understand better what's happening, and we'll keep you informed on everything every single day. Thanks for tuning in to my Daily News X. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. And by the way, all of us are patriots on this podcast, all right? So keep that in mind. And drop a comment or question. What would you do if you were on an air traffic controller right now? Stay safe in the skies, and we'll keep back tomorrow with another story that matters. Thank you for coming, and have yourself a great day.